Hello gang, welcome back to another Football Manager 2023 experiment with me, Jayhuahua, and today we're looking at the careers of two players. And how long will they go on? I've set transfers for them into their mid-60s. Will they keep going? Let's have a look. So we've got two players. We've got Peter Pan, who, technically Peter Pan is the boy that doesn't grow old, isn't he? And this guy is definitely going to grow old. This joke doesn't really work. The other one's called Pierre Pan, so I've really doubled down on this joke. Or name pun. It's not even really a joke, is it? Anyway, Peter, contract runs out in 2070. He will be the ripe old age of 66, about to turn 67, which is the retirement age in the UK. Which is why I've done it. He is going to join PSG on the 1st of the 7th, 2070, at the ripe old age of 67 years old. Will he carry on while at PSG? Probably not. He's got 20s for everything, and I've frozen his attributes because I want to know, will he get to a certain age and Barnet will just stop playing him because he's at a certain age? Will he stop playing him because even though he's really good, will he just think, will the age just stop him being played? Like, why have I chosen Barnet? Well, this is an apology because I bankrupted them with the Marcus Rashford experiment. So Barnet, please accept my most sincere apologies. Now, of course, the perfect player, as we've just mentioned, will he keep playing into his 40s? Pierre is not the perfect player. Pierre has the perfect potential, and he will reach his potential almost certainly because he's got perfect hidden attributes. However, I am expecting him in his late 30s/early 40s to fall off a cliff in terms of ability, and I'm just really interested to see what happens in his 50s and his 60s. So let's watch the world burn, shall we? Havre AC is the French team. I just chose a random team in the second tier of France. So that's it. That is the experiment in a nutshell. So yeah, we're going to jump forward and we're going to really rattle through this because, of course, there is a lot of years to cover. So I'm going to jump through initially. Unheard of for my experiments, gang. We're going to go through 10 years to begin with. Can you believe it? Well, you better believe it, because 10 years is coming right up. So it is 2032, they are 28 years old, and Pierre is 194 out of 200. And Peter is, of course, still 200 out of 200. In terms of goals and appearances, as you can see, Peter's had a much better career, but he's been in much lower tier of England. Barnet are in the Premier League. They haven't won it yet, though, but they are there. So Unai Emery is in charge of Barnet. So all the managers have left. Paul Hurst has won Sky Bet League 1 and the FA Cup. Hang on. 29-30. Oh, they were in the Premier Division. They finished 16th. Okay, so in terms of the leagues then, 22-23 Vanarama National, they went up as league winners, understandably. League 2, they finished second, got into the playoffs in League 1 and didn't make it out, but then they won the playoffs the season after. Finished third in the Championship at the first time of asking, missing out on the playoffs, obviously, and then finishing second the following season, getting into the Premier League, where they finished 13th, 16th, 12th, and 13th. So lower mid-table. Fair play Barnet. And an FA Cup to their name. In terms of his statistics then, well, as you can see, he got 45 goals in the Vanarama National, 17 assists, 17 player of the match. And he has scored 30 goals every single season, except in the Premier League, he's only got over 30 goals once. 23 in the most recent season, a very poor showing. 35 in 37 in that season, that's unbelievable. What a return. Is he playing for England? You bet he's playing for England. 80 goals in 95 caps. And we're already here. We're less than 5 minutes in, gang. And we're looking to see if Ralph has been in charge. He has not. Put your dabbers away. We'll be back for part 2 of Ralph Hassan Hootle Bingo in another few years. Where is Ralph? Let's have a look where Ralph is. He's the manager of Fulham. He's the manager of Fulham. So he was hired as the Leicester City manager in 2023. He only went and got him bloody promoted. But then he was sacked in 2026 after losing the confidence of the dressing room. He's been hired as Fulham manager. He's been at Fulham for 4 years. And he's just been promoted in 2031. Go on, Ralph. They finished 16th. This has just genuinely turned into Ralph Watch. Yeah, 57 goals in 74 caps for France in terms of his career. Much more muted, as you'd expect, because it would have taken him a bit of a while to get going. But Harvard did get promoted, but he only got 5 in 13, so he didn't really do a lot. And to be fair, 10 of those were from the bench, so 5 goals in 3 starts is pretty decent. And then he's gone on a bit of a scoring spree, scoring best part of 20-ish goals a season on average, give or take. Few assists, quite a few player of the matches. He's a good player for Havre, and they finished mid-table every year they've been in the league. Started off lower mid-table, moving into mid-table. Fair play to them. Okay, we're 10 years in. Pierre, is he going to get to 200? I'd say so. I'm going to jump through 2 years till they're 30, just to see if Pierre gets there. That's all I want to look at. 198. He's got to 198. And he's there 1 year later at 200 out of 200. So we're in 2035 now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump through 5 more years till they're 36, just to see how things are going. He's now down at 169, still at 169 in his mid-30s. And it looks like he might have retired from international football. He did on the 11th of July, 2038. 125 goals in 144 caps for France. And Havre have got Gabriel Obertan in charge, who won the Europa League last season, before Leicester have gone on and won it. Fair play, Gabriel Obertan and Pierre Pan, who I'm now in the way, so I'm going to move to the left. He's done very well for them. He's scored, he got 30 goals in the 2033-34 season. How old would he have been there? 28, 29? Very good season. Last 3 seasons, he's at his best years in terms of being a creative player with a lot more assists, averaging 10 per season. I wonder if he's been playing in the number 10. He's got 20 for finishing, 20 for natural fitness. And I'm wondering if, like, with his dribbling, acceleration and pace going down, are some of his other attributes going up to sort of compensate for that? Sort of looks like it. He's got a fantastic polygon still. Of course, we don't really need to look at the attributes for Peter, because Peter's just the perfect player. You know, he's scoring 20 odd goals, basically 30 goals a season. Very few seasons is he below 30. And he's still playing for England, 157 goals in 183. Barnet have got Simone Inzaghi in charge. And in terms of the competitions, they've been runner-up of the Europa League twice, losing to Havre in the 2038-39 final. Just seeing they've just won it. I didn't realise they beat Barnet in the final. Oh, let's have a look at this. I'm going to go back a season. Yes, we're going to go back a season in a minute. I want to see if I can see the goals. I think that this season we won't be able to. Right, 2 FA Cups for Barnet, 2030 and 2040. They are the current FA Cup holders, winning it 10 years apart. Doesn't look like they've won a league competitions. So, Barnet have finished inside the top half for the last 9 years? 8 years, 9 years? Champions League football twice. Maybe 3 times if we got 5 teams in. I mean, 5 teams have got in there. 6 teams if you include Leicester. Oh, and they finished 5th. They only got Europa League football. Because Champions League football went to Newcastle and Chelsea. Sean Dyche in charge of Chelsea. It's all happening. Arsenal have won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. Once against Tottenham, twice against Liverpool. Tottenham have won it twice in a row before that. So 5 years in a row the Champions League went to North London. Barcelona won one, and then Arsenal won it the season before that. So 6 times in 7 years, North London has held the Champions League aloft. And nearly, again, Arsenal coming run up to Chelsea in that season. We can't watch the goals, fortunately, and Peter Pan did score for Barnet in the 76th minute, but it was Pablo Ojeda who got the winner. Pierre Pan got injured in the 73rd minute, sadly. So he left the pitch when they were winning, then Peter Pan got one back. I can't believe that's just happened. That's insane. Right. So yeah, I've come back a year in order to facilitate that. We're going to jump forward 10 more years. Oh, Pierre's been listed in 2048. So they're 46 years old. He's now got 44 out of 200. Let's go and look at Pierre then. His polygon's looking a bit. He's moved down to Havre too. He's still playing. 8 off the bench, 4 starts, 2 goals in his mid-40s. Madness. Absolute madness. Of course, he retired from international football. We did see that. Peter, on the other hand, has he retired from international football? 203 caps, 185 goals. I guess so. Wants to win a trophy and is excited that the team's chance in the UEFA Champions League. The Barnet are doing all right, aren't they? Retired from international football on the 20th of the 11th, 2041. So not long after we were last here. Nicolo Zaniolo is in charge of England. And in terms of managers, we've had Simone Inzaghi, who had a spell at Barnet. Gaultier, Valverde, Zinedine Zidane, Pep Guardiola, Emery, Hurst, Abel Ferrara, Covington Hanaf, Aaron Hammond, Thiago Motta, and now Nicolo Zaniolo. Ralph Hasenhüttl has gone. He was the manager of Fulham, who are 4th in the Championship. Ralph resigned in 2032. Can't click on him. But he's not been the manager of England So what are you going to do? Disappointed. Ralph was there as well for 5 years, 190 days, and then Dick Luckian for 3 years, just over 3 years. So, yeah, but Pierre is down at 44, got a weird polygon, and he is playing a hell of a lot for someone who's in his mid 40s. Peter, on the other hand, well, look at this, a goal a game here. He's 35 in 38, 35, 37 in 37, 870 league goals. Warren O'Hara, we can see a Premier League, we can see a Europa League. So in the last 10 years, it has all been kicking off. And look at this, they've been runner-up a lot in the Premier League. So if we look at domestic leagues, their last, 8 years, they finished top 6th twice, 3rd the most recent season. They've won one and finished 2nd, 4 times? Perennial runners-up Barnet. 2044-45, they finally got their hands on the Europa. Beating Capitoline in the 2044-45 season. Got 6 FA Cups to their name now. What? Won in 4 years in a row. Beating West Brom in the final 3. Absolutely dominating the FA Cup now, Barnet. It's their trophy. They're keeping hold of it. 2 Carabao Cups, 44-46. And a runner-up. A couple of runner-ups for them. Not won the Champions League, though. We're going to go through 10 more years to see how Peter's getting on. How Pierre is getting on as well. 2060, here we come. Right, Pierre is down at 3. He's down at 3. He's been on the transfer list for 12 years. His physicals are in the mud. He hasn't played in 5 years. I mean, in terms of the domestic leagues for Harvard, they've stayed in League One Uber Eats all the way up, and they are coming 3rd 3 years in a row here. They're probably getting Champions League football a little bit. Peter, on the other hand, still getting loads of goals. I mean, in terms of playing on into his 40s and 50s, the age has not made one bit of difference. I wonder if he's playing as number 10 a bit more, though. No, played as a striker, 52 games, 38 goals. 1,756 goals in 2,094 games through his career. In terms of the Premier League, Barnet have now started to go on a bit of a tear. They have won quite a few in the last decade, and they finished 2nd every other year, I think. 4 times. So 6 wins, 4 second places. They've got 2 Champions Leagues. Warren O'Hara is having an absolute lovely time. As 15 years in charge, 23 cup wins, 7 league wins, and he doesn't look like they've ever sacked a manager. All the managers have left of their own accord. Patrick Vieira, Mikel Arteta, absolutely no one has ever been sacked. Insane. Warren O'Hara is a club legend. Peter Pan is just an icon, beating Barcelona and Real Madrid, coming runner-up in the most recent season to Manchester United. Only the 9 FA Cups, fortunately for Barnet. So after their run of 4 in a row, they missed out, then they won it again, and then it was another 3 years before they got their hands on the trophy. A couple of years away, and another win. 5 Carabao Cups now as well. Fair enough. But that's it then. So we're 10 years away from when they're about to move. So we're going to jump forward through to the final 10 years, see what's going on. We will be checking on Ballon d'Ors as well to see how many Peter has won. If Pierre managed to sneak one as well, you never know. What's this? He's Peter Pan 0 in 2070. He's about to move. And the DNT. This player has a recurring injury that is aggravated when playing matches. This will result in him being unfit to train for a short while after taking part in a match. I have never seen that before. Hang about. So he's not played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 years. At 60 years old, he came off the bench twice for Harvard. 59 he did. At 57, he came off the bench 8 times. They were shorter players. And Harvard very recently have won a league, and they've become runner-up 3 times in a row. They've also won a Champions League. They're the current Champions League holders. It's the only Champions League they've won through this entire experiment. They haven't got a player that's a world beater like Pierre, who did get to 200, but they've won the most recent Champions League. That's quite satisfying, isn't it? Barnet have won one back here, and that's the only one they've won in the last decade. Gavi is in charge. Warren O'Hara retired from management. No one got sacked as manager of Barnet. 14 Premier Leagues then, and look at that. They've just been dominating. Tottenham interrupting a little bit, but look, 1, 4, 5, 6 in a row here. 2 more. We won a Club World Championship in 2069. Europa League, of course, we saw 13 FA Cups now, so another 4, I think, since we were last here. And 7 Carabao Cups. I'm sorry if I've missed anything, gang, on the way through. If you've noticed anything that I've missed, do let me know in the comments down below. I'm trying to rattle through this. It's a bit more of a pace. So that is the end of the careers. Or is it? We're going to go through one more year and see if they played on. Well, Pierre didn't. He decided to become an unemployed coach. Peter Pan He's played on for a full season in at PSG. 100 million he went for. 25 goals in 33. And they came second behind Harvard. I don't even know what to say. Harvard have just won. And Monaco have won the Champions League. Beating Harvard in the final, an all-French final. Peter Pan goes to France. Doesn't win the league. Doesn't win anything with PSG. Did it say he's going to retire? He is retiring. He's retiring on the 19th of the 6th. In 4 days' time. 4 days' time he's retiring. So this is his career then. 1,814 games in the league. 1,457 goals. 557 assists. 467 player of the matches. A 7.6 overall. And Barnet finished second in the most recent Premier League season. So let's have a quick look at Footballer of the Year then. The World Footballer of the Year. So I'm going to skip through this now, but we're going to go. Peter Pan has won 27 Footballer of the Years, 8 golden balls in a row, and that's it. Not won another one. He won eight golden balls in a row, but he's won 26 at Footballer of the Years, I think. 26. I've just said it. I can't remember. World Team of the Year. I mean, he's all seasons. He's not even in all seasons Team of the Year. He's not even in the squad. This is probably Champions League based, isn't it? Erling Haaland has got there. In terms of World Cups, they've won one in 2030 and they won one in 2040 at Euros, that is. So that would be... Peter would have been playing at those times. But that's it. So who's won the World Cups then? Portugal, Spain, England, Italy, Serbia in 2042. That's unusual. Brazil beating Austria in the final. England have come on up 3 times. Unlucky. Losing to Spain twice. In terms of Euros, no one really unusual. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of this experiment. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think it's been quite fun. I've had a very good time. Hope you have too. Drop a like on it if you have had a good time. Leave a comment down below of anything you thought about this or any ideas of an experiment that you might have for the future. I'd love to bring your ideas to the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe while you're here, making that push for 2,000 subscribers. So let's see if we can get there in April, shall we? Go on. If you're not subscribed, give us a subscribe. And if you're on a bit of a binge of my channel, why don't you check out this video, which I've not decided which one I'm going to promote, in the top corner. Or go and watch the olden days right from the beginning. Have a right binge of that. We're having a great time of our Let's Play. Currently in the Championship. So yeah, go and watch them. And watch the ads. Earn me some money. Take care, gang. See you soon.